Hello everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. I want to get straight into the trade recap, but obviously since it's the first video, I should just do a little introduction. Basically, I'm making this channel just as a personal journal, sort of, and just to journal my trades and keep myself accountable, really, because obviously, and whoever can benefit from it, that's just a bonus. So that will be good, but I doubt anyone's gonna watch these videos because there's no webcam, there's no, it's just a chart in front of you. Those videos don't really tend to do well, but yeah, I'm not really aiming for that anyway. Just if I can get better at trading, then good. And on top of that, I've heard that if you the best way to learn yourself and to improve is to teach others. And I've heard it and I've seen it for myself. So yeah, anyways, let me get straight into it. This trade, how much did I make on my Apexes? Wait, let me just check. So on my Apex accounts, I've made just over $4,200, and I'm also on a Lucid Trader, I think it's called. I made one eval with them, and yeah, I'm almost passing that one. I made 1,100 on this trade, and I've already made 1,500 on a previous trade, so I've only got $400 left for this eval to pass. But anyways, let me get straight into the... Oh yeah, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but it's 9 Apex funded accounts, and I'm actually one win away from a payout, so hopefully I can get that. But yeah, anyways, let me get straight into this recap. So as you can already see, probably, I trade inversions. What have we got here? Let me go to the higher time frames first. The daily is kind of, at the time of when I was taking the trades, kind of ambiguous. You like just look at that. How are you gonna determine your bias from that? So you want to go down to the 4. I think the 4 was kind of similar. Yeah, not really much you can go off here. But the 1 hour is where I was really able to, So what do we have here? Was all these fair value gaps below. Obviously, we pumped up starting from the beginning of London session. Here's 2 a.m. We just had that reversal there. So obviously what you want to do is mark out all your session highs and lows. I mark out all my fair value gaps, high time frame fair value gaps. This was a small fair value gap. I actually seen some traders actually missed this fair value gap. That's how small it was. But obviously it's there. Can't ignore it. I've seen from my personal experience that even small fair value gaps do damage. A lot of people say, oh, you have to look for the big obvious ones. Those are the only ones that matter. That is completely false. Any size matters when it comes to fair value gaps. But I only go with that notion of the size of fair value gap matters when I'm actually executing the trade. Like when I'm looking for inversions. If it's a tiny fair value gap, I'm not counting that. Like this, I wouldn't say that's tiny, but something like here, I don't know, something like small like this. Like if that inverses, like I would need very good context around it to be taking that kind of trade. But when it comes to higher time frame, like when you're looking at 15-minute, I've seen the tiniest 15-minute fair value gaps get the biggest reactions. Like, trust me on this one. But anyways, yep, enough yapping. This is a 1 hour fair value gap, and I was actually looking for it to at least tap this next fair value gap. You see this white line? That's another 1 hour fair value gap that I had marked out. And obviously this is a 15-minute fair value gap as well. So if it would have tapped here, that would have made it even more, that would have made it A+. Right now I would say this is like an A, because no 5-minute, no 15-minute. This is more discretionary, some people, they make it like a big thing to only execute when it taps into a 5 or 15 minute. For me, it's more about the reaction and the kind of inversion that we get. So here what we see is obviously a New York session opens. It doesn't do as like much as previous sessions have done, you know, hasn't run and just taken out so much liquidity or anything, just that tiny little whatever. And then we go up, chop around for a bit. So we come down. As you can see here, we have SMT, where this is the same low as this. So here we haven't swept out anything on ES, but on NQ we've swept out all those lows. We've got hourly SMT inside this hourly gap, and then you can just see the wicks. One thing that a lot of people underestimate is they don't look at the wicks. Like, look at the closes and look at this. So this candle here, at one point it was all the way down here and it rejected, and then you get the next one, came down and boom, clean inverse. I normally like to fade the first 10 minutes of market open. The first 5 minutes is a non-negotiable. Like, I'll never take a trade in the first 5 minutes. But the first, when it's like 5 to 10 minutes, that range is more discretionary. If it's like A to A plus, I will look at it and like depending on how it looks, I may take it. So this was one of them ones. And obviously up here, what this is that I've targeted is equal highs. Equal highs being a strong draw liquidity. Here, as you can see, it says on the top left, high is 735.25. Here, 735.25. So it's exact equal highs. So I could have aimed for higher. Like, there's a 1 hour gap here, so I could have went for that. But like, obviously, you don't want to run the risk of it just reversing off those equal highs or whatever. It doesn't even have to be a reversal. Like, if you get like a good enough pullback, it could just take you out of break even, do some stuff, and then go back up, you know. So yeah, just clean inversion with momentum, strong close up here. There's a good break even point here. Those ones, to be honest, just you just have to take those ones, man. 1 to 2 are very clean. On the apexes, sometimes what I like to do is I'll take partials. So let's say if I'm running 4 micros or whatever, or like let's say 5 micros, I'll take out 2 micros up here, and I'll take out the rest of the 3 up here, just because of like the nature of how the apex accounts are, really. So hopefully I'll be able to get payout on my next trade with those ones. But yeah, for now, I mean, this is my first video, so I may be forgetting a lot of things that I need to mention with the trades and stuff. But for now, that's all I got. And yeah, man, goodbye.